y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with some empties, and I'm just gonna jump right into this because as usual I have a ton. Okay, the first thing I have a Mario Badescu. This is the green one, the green tea, and I loved this. I thought this was very nice. I would replace this. I liked it a lot, and I think this was only $7 maybe. But I like that Cuddly that you just mist all over and hold it down, a very fine, pretty mist. This was lovely though. I liked it a lot, and it's got some good stuff. It's got aloe. I do like that. But I'm using the Cuddly and that Clinique. I don't need another one right now. And I have an Obagi Gentle Cleanser. This is the little travel size, and I left this. This probably went on every trip with me this year. I don't know if I'll replace the Obagi or not. I like the Cetaphil. When I start using the Cetaphil, I'll know if I miss this still. I love the Obagi cleanser. It doesn't dry you. Gets everything off. It's just nice. I like the Obagi cleanser a lot. So I may end up replacing that. Okay, next, I might just as well go ahead and get out all my Obagis because I ran out of all of these. I have the Exfoderm Forte. I got a backup of this before it was out. And when I went over to get my backup out, I had two backups. So yeah, I backed this up. This is my holy grail acid in the morning. I use this more often than I use anything else. My face never acclimates to this. It always gets nice and pink. I love my Exfoderm Forte. Now, I will tell you, I want to try some stuff from Alpha Hydrox. I've used it in the past. I know it's great. It's nice and strong. So I may go ahead and pick that up and compare these two. Because if I could spend less, I would spend less. But I do love this. I love my Exfoderm Forte. Next, I have a toner, and I love the toner. It just returns the balance to my skin, and I did back this up. I am, however, using a lot of toners. I love the Clarins toners. Y'all, I love the scent of Clarins toners. I love the Clinique 1.0. I love the Tarte Tingle for an acid some mornings. I love a lot of toners. So I don't know if I'll stick with this long term, but right now I am. I have a great big one in there, and I do love this. Okay, next I have a Living Proof Full Dry Volume Blast. I have about 3 backups of this. I love it. It just adds some texture. I will spray parts of my hair that are too slick to de-slick those and get some height back in my hair. I did it right before I hit record today. I always replace my Living Proof. That is holy grail status. I love it. Okay, next I have a Monolaurin. Heard about this on Ellis for Living. Y'all, this stops you from getting sick. When I first tried it, I was like, really? I don't know. I don't know if that will really work. I swear this has stopped about 10 sinus infections because in the wintertime, I stay sick, usually. I haven't been sick this winter. Every time I feel myself getting sick, I take 5 in the morning and 5 at night. If I just kind of feel like I'm getting sick, I take 3 in the morning and 3 at night. I think you can take as many of these as you want. They're a derivative of coconut, I believe. So they're natural. I love these so much. I have 2 giant bottles. I probably need more. In the wintertime, I cannot ever see myself going without the Monolaurin. I have the Derma E Anti-Wrinkle Toner. I loved this. I'll tell you what I really loved about this was the scent. Oh yeah, so fresh and clean. Heard about this on Jennifer Jenkins a long time ago. It was lovely. It has vitamin A, glycolic acid. I don't know what the percentage is, but my new acid love is the Tarte Tingle. It is strong, 10%. This was a little gentler. I bet this is 5 to 7 maybe, but this was nice. Then I have an empty Clinique Liquid Facial Soap in Mild, and I like it. It doesn't dry me out. I don't know really why I got off of it. Maybe when I got on Obagi. I would repurchase this, but I like my Cetaphil. But it doesn't dry me. Gets everything off. I really like this Liquid Facial Soap in Mild. If you're looking for a cleanser, this is a really nice one. Then I have an Essence Lash Princess. Always replace this. I keep 2 to 3 of these because my daughter uses it and so do I. It's always my first. This is always my bottom coat. Then I have a Shiseido Cotton Squares bag. I usually have one of those. This lasts a long time though. A long time. Okay, then I saved an empty Exuviance peel pad so I wouldn't forget that I've used this up. This was nice. I will not replace it because it was very pricey. I'm thinking I paid $70 at Ulta, I think. If that's not right, I'll put it here. This was nice, but it's not any nicer than The Ordinary. 30%, and then I love the Drunk Elephant Sakari Baby Facial. That has a ton of different kinds of acids in it, and the next day my skin looks so good. So that wasn't worth it to me, but yeah, they were a good acid. It was a good acid, but I won't replace it. Next, I went through these micellar wipes that Ellis for Living sent me, and I loved them. Partly because Elle sent them to me, and partly because they were just good. I love a micellar wipe that doesn't get any residue on you. It's like using just a damp washcloth. So I kept these on my bed and would clean my hands off after my skincare. Okay, next I have this little trial size of the Lancome Energy de V, and I have more of these that I will use. I will never buy this though. It just doesn't do any better than Cetaphil or Obagi, or so. I won't seek this out. It does leave me a tiny bit dry. It's fine once I do my toner, but I don't notice any real magic with this. I love Lancome. I love them. Okay, next I have an Empty Herbal Essences Mousse. This is the volumizing, and I love it. I mix this with the Got To Be. The Got To Be's a little thick. This is a little thin, and together they are perfect. I love it. I have a Suave Natural Infusion Conditioner. Y'all, I always like the Suave conditioner. This was in my shower. It had been in there for a long time, and I used it up, and I loved it. I've got about 3 of these in my backup supply, and I will use them. I'm not using it right now. Right now I'm using the Aussie Volume, but I really like that. I think the Suave conditioners are nice. I have an Empty Cuddly Mist, and I love this. I got the big one. Last time I ordered, I got a big one, and I love that. I have an Avène Eau Thermale. This was also very nice. At the end of this, though, it kind of started spitting at my face. However, these are so nice. I think it's like $10 maybe for 3 this size. So I would replace it, but I haven't because I'm so in love with my Cuddly right now. So I have not replaced that. I went through a L'Oreal Voluminous. I will not replace this because, y'all, I think I have found my favorite lash primer I have ever tried in my life, and it's the Essence. It's so good. I've never used anything like that in my life. Like one coat, done. It's knocked everything else off my radar. So no, I will not replace this, but it was very nice, and I enjoyed it while I had it. I've just found better, for me, better things. A L'Oreal Voluminous, and these are always good, but they get lost because I like my Sculpted Volume better, my Essence Lash Princess. These are great to carry in your purse, though. These are great mascaras, but I just have other stuff, so I'm not replacing it right now, but I would. I went through 2 of these teeth bleaches. I do this about 2 to 3 times a week. I like the white teeth, and I drink a lot of coffee. So again, this is the Opalescence. I love it. Okay, then I also have a big cleanser. So yeah, my use-ups are going great. I'm really focused on using my stuff up. Again, I might repurchase that. Next, I have an Empty Simple Wipes. These are the small ones. I used to use them to clean up messes around my eyes when I would really make messes. My messes are not as big anymore, and I used to just use a regular size. Heard about these from Francis, Happiness Sparkles, a long time ago, and I just buy the regular size wipes now. So yes, I love these, but I replaced the big ones. Then I went through a Peter Thomas Roth Potency. Y'all, I loved this. I did replace it. I'm using another one, and I love it. I do think it clarifies my skin. It may be making it firmer. I don't know. I'm doing so much, but I do love this. Since I've started using it, my skin, I do think looks better. If you want to try THD Ascorbate, that's a nice one. Okay, then I went through a Tretinoin, and I always love it when I go through these. Another Tretinoin down, better skin happening. I love this. This is the 0.1. I feel like it's doing great things for my skin. I would never get off of this. 2 days on, 1 night off, or 3, sometimes 3, and I always put it on my eyebrow and under my eye. I rarely skip a night. So anyway, love my Tretinoin. And then I have a MAC Painterly paint pot, and I love my MAC Painterly, and I always replace it. Every time I think, is that good? I could use concealer. I miss it. So I love my MAC Painterly. I like that clean slate it gives me. I just like it. Then I went through an Obagi Retinol. And on the nights that I'm off of my Tretinoin, this is what I'm usually using. I just picked one up by The Ordinary, so we'll see how that one is. This is nice and active. I use this, and then I usually put the Peter Thomas Roth over it. It's active. It makes my skin red, which makes me happy. So this is the Obagi 1% Retinol, and I love it. And that is all of my empties. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.